Han Jia-yun walked fast down the shiny hallway of the space station school. Her expensive shoes made sharp sounds on the floor. Her twins, Tai and Sue, tried to keep up, their faces red with shame. "Mom, please stop," Ta whispered, pulling at her sleeve. Jia-yun ignored him and pushed open the door to Administrator Krill's office. The blue-skinned alien looked up, his big eyes blinking quickly. "Ms. Han, we were just talking about your paper," he said. "It's not a paper. It's a lawsuit," Jia-yun said, putting her tablet on his desk. "The Seoul Trading Company against Space School District 7. You are teaching my children things that go against human nature." Krill's feelers moved. Teaching children to share is normal, Ms. Han. Maybe for hive aliens, but humans didn't settle 12 star systems by giving away what they had. Jia-yun's voice was calm but firm. "My family built our business through careful planning. These sharing lessons are hurting my children's natural skills." By night, everyone on the station knew about the lawsuit. Human traders and the 17 other alien groups in the school district were not happy with each other. Later, in their big apartment, Sue came to her mother as Jia-yun checked business records. "Are we really so different from everyone else?" she asked. Jia-yun's face softened. "We're not better, just different. Humans live because we know when to keep things and when to give them away. The galaxy doesn't get that yet." The next day, the family met with Headmaster Pell, the main alien school leader. "In all my years, I've never seen anyone fight against sharing," Pell said. His wings moved nervously. "All smart species learn to share over time." "That's where you don't understand us," Jia-yun said. "Humans never grew to have just one way. Our strength is having opposite ideas at once. We fight hard but also help strangers. We keep things for ourselves, then give them away." Dr. Moon Sang-ho, a human expert working for the space government, spoke up. "Humans made trade, money, investment, and charity, ideas many aliens find strange, but which make human businesses work well." Pell's feelers dropped. "But the children must learn what everyone learns." "My children will learn them," Jia-yun said. "But they'll also learn human ways. That's not open for talk." When the twins went to school the next day, the other kids were not nice. "Selfish human," said a young alien as Ta walked into class. "Your mother would sell air if she could put it in bottles," added a crystal-like alien student. Sue stepped between them. "Our mother runs 50 helping programs across space. She gave 3 hospital ships last year. Only after making money from building them," the crystal alien said back. Ta shrugged. "That's how we make sure we can give more next year." The argument was stopped by a loud alarm. "Air leak in Section 3. All students go to safety pods now." In the panic, Ta saw the crystal alien frozen in fear. Crystal aliens could break in air leaks. Without thinking, he grabbed her in a spacesuit, helping her get inside. At the same time, Sue organized younger students into lines, racing with another human student to see who could save more children. When the danger was over, the twins were called to the station leader's office. "You saved 17 lives," the leader said. "Your teamwork and your drive to be the best worked together perfectly." The twins looked at each other. Maybe their mother had a point. The case soon went to the Space Education Court. Many aliens from 32 species came to watch. Jia-yun sat calmly by her lawyer, while her children waited nearby. "This case questions how we teach different species," began the court leader. "Does teaching sharing hurt human growth?" Experts from many species talked about how their bodies and societies worked. When it was Jia-yun's turn, she walked to the middle of the room. "I don't mind teaching my children to work together," she began. "I mind teaching them that owning things and trying to win are bad. Humans don't just get things to keep them. We make them better. We invented investing, where resources grow. We created lending, insurance, new business ideas, things that confuse group-mind aliens but which built our civilization." She showed a picture of Earth's history. When bad things happen, humans can be both selfish and amazingly giving. These aren't opposite ideas. They're different ways that help us survive. As the case continued, people across the galaxy watched to see what would happen when human ways met alien ideas, and whether a mother's fight for her children's future would change how species learned from each other in space. HUMANS. Do they HOARD or HLP? The words flashed on screens all over the space station. Ta quickly turned off the screen as he came to eat breakfast. Jia-Yun didn't seem upset by the news. Let them talk. Our company's value is up 12% since I filed the lawsuit. A light appeared above their table. A message from Headmaster Pell asking for a meeting. In the clean white meeting room, Jia-Yun sat across from 3 aliens. Pell's wings moved fast as he talked. Ms. Han, the other parents are worried. They think your ideas will teach all the children to be selfish. Jia-Yun took a sip of her drink. My twins are at the top of their classes. They give to the poor. They help others. But they also understand when to protect what's theirs. The Vesperi children share everything, Pell said. Because you're hive creatures, your bodies work as one group, Jia-Yun pointed out. Humans are different. We had to both fight and work together to survive. That's why we're here among the stars now. A tall alien with shiny skin spoke up. My people, the Nari, watched humans for 50 years before we made contact. Do you know why we waited so long? Jia-Yun shook her head. In the same week, we saw humans fight a war over resources and also send their best food and medicine to help people they had never met who lived on the other side of their world. We could not understand if you were friend or enemy. We're both, Jia-Yun said with a small smile. Sometimes in the same day. Back at school, Sue found a note in her locker. It was written in bad human language. Go back to Earth, resource taker. She showed it to Tai at lunch. Just ignore it, he said. Mom says this will blow over. A blue alien girl named Min sat down next to them. My parents say your mother is wrong, but I don't think so. My father trades with humans. He says they are hard but fair. Our mother gives away 20% of what she makes each year, Sue said. But she needs to make a lot first to give a lot. I don't understand, Min said. Why not just give everything? And then everyone has the same. Because then no one would work to make new things, Tai explained. Humans need reasons to try hard. Later that day, in history class, the teacher showed a video about Earth's past. Humans fought many wars over resources, the teacher said. This shows a less advanced approach to survival. Tai raised his hand. But teacher, didn't humans also create the fastest growing economy in the galaxy? And didn't we invent the star drives that let everyone here travel? The teacher's skin changed color. Well, yes, but. And didn't humans start the space help program that saved the Trill people when their son died? Sue added. The class went very quiet. That night, Jia-Yun came home very late. The twins were doing homework in the living room. How was school? She asked. Everyone thinks we're selfish, Ta said. Jia-Yun sat down with them. Let me tell you a story about your grandmother. She showed them a picture of an old woman standing in front of a small shop. She started with nothing. No money, no help. She saved every coin. Some called her greedy. But when she had saved enough, she opened a store, then another. Then she helped 10 other poor families start their own stores. What happened to them? Sue asked. 5 failed. Grandmother let them try again. 3 did well. 2 became very rich and now run big parts of our company. Jia-Yun touched the picture. If she had just given away her first coins, none of that would have happened. Sometimes keeping resources lets you help more people later. The next day, news came that the space court would hear the case. Jia-Yun would present her side in 1 week. That evening, Headmaster Pell came to their home. He seemed nervous. Ms. Han, I've been thinking about what you said. Perhaps there is something to learn from human ways. And there's much humans can learn from the Vesperi, Jia-Yun said. My children tell me your people never leave anyone behind. Never, Pell agreed. It would be like cutting off a part of ourselves. Maybe that's what this case is really about, Jai-yun said. Not that one way is right, but that we need to understand each other better. As Pell left, Tai asked, "Do you think you'll win the case, Mom?" Jai-yun looked at her children. "I already have. People are talking about human ways now. They're trying to understand us better." "Is that why you really started the lawsuit?" Sue asked, looking surprised. Jai-yun just smiled. Outside their window, the stars shone brightly, each one home to different beings with different ways, all trying to live together in the big, strange galaxy. Todd woke up early the day before the big court case. He couldn't sleep well. In the kitchen, he found Sue already making breakfast. "You couldn't sleep either?" he asked his twin. Sue shook her head. "I keep thinking about what will happen if Mom wins, or if she loses." Their mother's lawsuit had made them famous on the space station. Some kids avoided them. Others asked too many questions. It wasn't easy being known as the selfish human kids. "Let's go to the observation deck before school," Tai suggested. "It's always quiet there in the mornings." The twins took their breakfast to the large glass wall that looked out into space. Stars shone brightly against the black. Ships came and went from the docking bays. "Do you think Mom is right?" Sue asked suddenly. Tai thought for a moment. "I think she's right about humans being different, but I'm not sure if she's right about the school. Yesterday in biology class, we learned that Vesperi babies are born knowing how to share. It's in their DNA," Sue said. "But human babies have to be taught. And some never learn," Tai added with a small smile. A voice behind them made them jump. "Is this bench taken?" They turned to see a very old alien. His skin was dark purple, and he walked with a cane. "Please sit," Sue said, moving to make room. "Thank you, young humans. I am Teacher Park. I taught alien biology for 60 years. Our mother is Han Jai-yun," Ta said, waiting to see if the old alien would become unfriendly. "I know," Teacher Park said. "A very brave woman. Not many would challenge the whole galaxy's way of thinking." The twins were surprised. Most aliens didn't support their mother. "You don't think she's wrong?" Sue asked. "I think there is no simple right or wrong here," Teacher Park said. "I have studied many species. Each evolved different ways to survive. The Vesperi share everything because they are born from the same nest. The Trill never forget anything, so they don't need to write things down. And humans? What about humans?" Tai asked. "Humans survived by being able to change. Sometimes you work together, sometimes you compete. This makes you very hard to understand." Teacher Park chuckled. "But very interesting to teach." The school bell rang, and the twins had to leave for class. That day in school was harder than usual. News had spread that the court case would be tomorrow. Some teachers were colder to the twins. Some students whispered behind their backs. In math class, the teacher gave a problem about sharing resources. "If we have 10 units of food and 5 people, how much should each get?" Most students quickly answered 2 units each. But Tai raised his hand. "It depends. Are all 5 people the same size? Do they all need the same amount of food? Is one of them saving food for others who will come later?" The teacher looked annoyed. "The point is to share equally." "But equal isn't always fair," Ta said. "What if one person is very sick and needs more food?" The class went quiet. After school, the twins went to their mother's office in the trading company. Jai-yun was talking to her lawyers. "Go down to the shipping area," she told the twins. "I need you to help with something." In the big shipping area, the twins found a large box with their names on it. "What's this?" Sue asked a worker. "Your mother said to tell you it's a project. You'll understand when you open it." Inside the box were hundreds of small packages of seeds, medicine, and learning tablets. A note from their mother said, "These go to the Orlan colony on the edge of our space. Their crops failed this year. I need you two to pack these for shipping and keep track of everything." The twins worked for hours, carefully packing and listing each item. Mom is sending all this for free? Tai asked a worker. Not exactly, the worker said. The colony will pay when they can, maybe next year or the year after. Your mother doesn't expect them to pay if they can't grow enough food. Later, when they were almost done, a news reporter came by. She looked at all the boxes. What's all this? She asked. Aid for the Orland colony. Sue said. Your mother is giving this away. The reporter seemed surprised. No, Ta said. She's investing it. If the colony survives, they'll trade with us for years. If they don't, at least we tried to help. The reporter took notes. That's a very human way to look at it. Yes, Sue said proudly. It is. When they got home that night, Jai-yun was waiting for them. Did you finish the project? She asked. Yes, the twins said together. And did you understand it? Ta nodded. You wanted us to see that helping others and helping ourselves can be the same thing sometimes. Jai-yun smiled. Tomorrow in court, I'll need you both to tell your side of the story. Not just my view, but what you think. Even if we don't agree with everything. Sue asked. Especially then, Jai-yun said. That's the most human thing of all, being able to think for yourself. That night, the twins talked late into the night about what they would say in court the next day. The Galactic Education Court was in the biggest room on the space station. Aliens from many worlds sat in rows that went up high like stairs. The room was so full that some people had to stand. Tai and Sue sat behind their mother. Jai-yun wore her best dark blue suit. She looked calm, but the twins could see her fingers tapping on her leg. All rise for the court leaders, called a voice. 7 aliens from 7 different worlds walked in. They wore simple white robes. The middle one, who looked like a tall tree with eyes, spoke first. We are here to decide if human children should learn sharing in the same way as other species, or if they need special lessons. The tree-like alien said, This is the first case of its kind. What we decide will affect all schools in our space. The school's lawyer spoke first. He was a blue Vespari with quick hands. For 50 years, our schools have taught all children the same values. Sharing is good for everyone. It helps all species live together in peace. One human should not change what works for thousands of students. Many aliens nodded. The Vespari showed pictures of happy students from many worlds all sharing toys, food, and learning tools. Then it was Jai-yun's turn. She stood slowly and walked to the middle of the room. I do not say sharing is bad, she began. I say that humans need to understand why they share, not just be told to do it. My twins are here today. They are 12 years old. Please ask them questions directly. The court leaders looked surprised, but they agreed. Tai and Sue walked forward and stood by their mother. Young humans, said the tree-like alien, do you think sharing is wrong? No, Sue said clearly, but we think about it differently. Can you explain? Asked another court leader, who had 4 arms. Tai spoke up. Last week, I found a special rock on a school trip. It was shiny and rare. The teacher said I should share it with everyone. But if everyone held it, it might get lost or broken. So I took pictures of it and shared those instead. I kept the real rock safe. And was the teacher happy with this? Asked the 4-armed alien. No, Ta said. She said I was being selfish, but now the rock is in the school science room where everyone can see it. And it's still perfect. Sometimes not sharing right away means more people can enjoy something later, Sue added. A new voice spoke from the crowd. It was Teacher Park, the old purple alien they had met earlier. May I speak? He asked the court. You may, said the tree alien. I have taught for 60 years. I have had students from 32 species. Humans are not like the rest. Their planet had many different climates, many dangers. They survived by trying many different ways to live. Teacher Park walked slowly to stand near the twins. The Vespari evolved as a hive. The trill evolved perfect memory. Humans evolved to adapt. Sometimes they compete, sometimes they work together. Both ways help them survive. If we make them choose only one way, we take away what makes them special. The room was very quiet. Then the head of the school stood up. But we cannot have different rules for each species. It would be too hard to teach. Actually, Jia-Yun said, we can. My company made a plan. Human children can learn both ways. They can learn to share like others, but also learn human trading and saving. It will only take 2 extra hours of school each week. Who would teach these special lessons? Asked a court leader. Human teachers, business people, artists, people who show different human ways to use resources. Jia-Yun answered. And would only human children take these lessons? Asked another leader. Jia-Yun smiled. Any student who wants to learn could join. Many alien trading companies already hire humans because we think differently about resources. This could help all species understand each other better. The court leaders talked quietly among themselves. Then the tree alien spoke. We need time to think about this important question. We will tell our decision tomorrow. Until then, this court is closed. As they left the court, reporters took pictures and asked questions. The twins stayed close to their mother. Do you think we helped? Tai asked. You did very well, Jia-Yun said. You spoke your truth. That's all anyone can do. That night, they sat in their apartment, waiting and wondering what would happen. No one was very hungry. What if they say no? Sue asked. Jia-Yun looked at her children. Then we try again another way. Humans are good at that too, trying again. They went to bed not knowing if they had changed the minds of the Galactic Court or if human children would have to learn in a way that didn't fit who they were. Tomorrow would bring the answer. The next morning, the space station buzzed with talk about the court case. Aliens and humans alike crowded the hallways, waiting to hear what the court leaders would decide. The big room was even more packed than the day before. Tai and Sue sat very straight in their chairs. Their mother sat between them, her face calm but her eyes watching everything. The school's leaders sat across the room, whispering to each other. All rise, called the court helper. The 7 court leaders walked in. They took their places at the high table. The tree alien in the middle raised a hand for quiet. This case has made us think deeply about how we teach children of different species. The tree alien said, we have talked all night. We have read the history of humans and how they learn. Now we are ready to share our decision. The room became so quiet that Tai could hear his heart beating fast. First, we agree that sharing is a good value for all thinking beings, the tree alien said. The school leaders looked happy. The Vesperi headmaster's wings moved up and down in excitement. But the tree alien continued. We also agree that different species may need to learn in different ways. Now Jia-Yun sat up straighter. The twins looked at each other with hope. Our decision is this. The school will start a new program called Cultural Resource Management. All species will learn about how other species use and share resources. Human children will learn sharing as before, but they will also learn human ways of trading and saving. The 4 armed court leaders spoke next, and any non-human students who want to learn human resource ways may also join these classes. We think learning from each other makes us all stronger. A wave of talk filled the room. Some aliens looked worried. Others looked interested. The reporters were writing quickly on their tablets. The tree alien spoke one more time. Han Jia-Yun will help create this new program. It will start in all Federation schools next month. This case is now closed. The court leaders stood and left the room. People started talking loudly all at once. You did it, Mom, Sue said, hugging her mother. Jia-Yun smiled. We all did it. You too were very brave. As they left the courtroom, many aliens came up to talk to them. Some were angry, but many were curious. Will you teach my child in your new class? Asked a green-skinned mother. My family trades with human ships. We need to understand how you think. Of course, Jia-yun said. All students are welcome. 6 weeks later, Tai and Sue walked into a new classroom. Tables were set in small groups instead of rows. The walls had pictures of markets and trading ships from many worlds. Teacher Park stood at the front, looking pleased. "Welcome to the first Cultural Resource Management class," he said. "I came out of retirement to teach this. It was too interesting to miss." The twins were surprised to see over 30 students in the room. More than half were non-humans. "Today we will play a game," Teacher Park said. "Each team has pretend money and resources. You must decide as a team. Do you share everything equally? Do you trade? Do you save for later? There is no right answer, but you must explain why you choose what you do." The twins were put on different teams. Tai worked with 3 aliens. One wanted to share everything right away. Another wanted to save it all. The third didn't understand why they couldn't just make more resources when they needed them. Ta found himself explaining human ideas about saving and investing. "If we use some resources to build a factory, we can make more resources later," he told his team. Across the room, Sue was drawing a chart for her team. "We can share some things, trade some things, and save some things," she explained. "Humans do all 3, depending on what we need." At the end of class, Teacher Park asked each team to explain what they learned. A young Vesperi stood up. "I learned that humans don't just take things for themselves. They think about growing resources over time. It's not how we think, but I can see how it works." A human student spoke next. "I learned that the Vesperi share everything because in their minds, they are all one big family. It's not that they don't like owning things. They just think differently about who they are." Teacher Park nodded. "Excellent. That's what this class is about. Understanding different ways, not saying one way is best." After school, the twins met their mother at her office. She was talking to Headmaster Pell, but this time they seemed friendly. "How was the new class?" Jia-yun asked. "It was great," Sue said. "Even the aliens who didn't like us before are trying to understand now." Headmaster Pell's wings moved gently. "Change is hard, but good. 2 of my own children joined the class. They say it's their favorite." Jia-yun smiled. "Perhaps next, we should start a class for adults too." As they walked home, the twins saw a small ship landing at the docks. The sign on its side said Seoul Trading Company, building tomorrow together. "Mom, your company sign has changed," Ta noticed. "Yes," Jia-yun said. "I learned something too. We can keep what makes us human and still grow in new ways." Above them, the stars shone brightly in the darkness of space, each one home to different beings with different ways, all learning to live together.